if you like my face, while you can't get a plushie of it because that shit flopped, you can definitely get this new merch on a new site, Crowdmate. We got the original hoodies back in stock. We even got new sweater stickers. We even got beanies and dad hats. I love beanies. Look at them. They're so cool. We even got socks if you like those too. Look, we finally got a mug. He's on a mug, and he's on a mug he's holding. Talk about meta humor. New merch on crowdmate.com. Link in the description. You know, I just love making videos where I'm unequivocally right because it's really funny seeing people tell me how and why I'm not and fail terribly. Like, I'm telling you, I've seen some terrible things. It's one thing to make a good counter argument, and then there are these guys who are stupid and wrong and stupid and I'm right and awesome, because there ain't no defendant when I'm finna call out. That whole turning red mess had a lot of y'all saying some really uneducated, dumb, not smart things. And you know I don't really care for stuff like that now, do I? Now, we get it back in blood over here. You can say you dropped it, but if I ain't say my piece, I'ma pick it right back up. And then they misrepresent my points. It's not surprising, and I love it so much. So there's a little Pixar movie called Turning Red. It focuses on young protagonist Maylin, who's starting to deal with puberty, her own identity as a person, and the expectations and generational trauma her family's put on her throughout the years. Also, she involuntarily turns into a giant panda. It happens. I saw it with my friends on Disney Plus and I thought it was pretty good. Oddly enough, that's how basically everyone saw it because it was dumped from theaters to streaming. Even the animators didn't know that apparently. Yeesh. The issue that plagues me and a whole lot of other niggas is that a very different, very much less educated group of people online did not think it was great or just good at all. And he had this mindset like way before the movie even came out. And for completely invalid reasons that made no sense. And I ain't talking Mr. Enter wanted there to be a 9/11 reference in the movie because it came out in 2002 type of stupid. No, that's very stupid and they live in Toronto and it just also be fucking dumb. Hey, look, turn on the TV, they hit the Pentagon! I'm talking about annoying hate shit, like that's funny. This movie, of which did not even come out yet, was getting shat on by so many people for so many reasons. In my High Guardian Spice video, I said how it always sucks how you can tell just what kind of properties are gonna get ripped apart the moment you see them, you know, because of how usually gay looking they usually are. This movie was getting an overwhelming amount of hate, and for once I actually realistically cannot understand why it was even happening. Because this movie isn't queer or queer looking, it's obviously high quality Pixar and shouldn't bring out the mean modern cartoon hating ass niggas. And it's also pretty harmless and non-controversial considering, you know, it's Disney, so I ain't get it. My gaydar can't even headcanon shit. This movie's for little nerdy middle school girls. But I also realized that I'm pretty sure that they didn't understand why they hated it either, or at least couldn't stick to a valid arguable reason. To keep it a stack, the turning red hate makes no sense. And it all sounded stupid because it is. Let me explain. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I promise I'm not trying to purposefully reignite shit. I'm just really bad at responding to stuff at an optimal time. Also, I get to bring this up whenever I want, so I can do whatever I want, okay? For some reason, this movie ended up being people's next target. And unlike the other 45 times I've been here to see it, this movie just didn't have a reason to be a target. Now, I'm not saying these other properties should be targeted at all. Hell no. But from Steven Universe to She-Ra to women being important in Marvel movies and Miles Morales being Spider-Man, these people usually take stories about marginalized groups or stories that are for marginalized people and then rip them apart in their dog shit videos. Something's always woke or the MCU or kids can't learn about gay people because somehow an on-screen gay kiss can be sexual but a straight one is fine. Yeah, you know the type of people. The quartering ass niggas. I don't care, but I'ma still make a video ass niggas. Yeah. I mentioned how it seemed niggas were very confused with why they didn't like this movie, and that's because the reasoning as to why they didn't like it not necessarily kept changing, but different people as a collective kept saying different things that all made no sense in varying degrees and just made the next point less and less believable. It's like they kept getting facts thrown at them and that cognitive dissonance was just beating the ass over and over again. The more and more people debunk shit, the more and more different goalposts came up and the more and more dumb shit I had to hear, all before again the movie even came out. I can see why people don't ever interact with any of this because it's always all nonsense and I hate it so much. Like you niggas real life make me sick. Now if I was a smart person I'd get into those points like now because that's what the video's about, even though the movie came out like months ago now. That's what I'm gonna do like now.
Are you ready, Cosmo? Are you ready? Are you ready for me to show these nerds, huh? Are you ready? Huh? Are you ready? Huh?
I was filming him for the video. I said I was filming him for the video. Yeah, cause he's a very integral part of the video essay. Now apparently according to some Bird app users, this movie is not a good looking one. Yes, the Disney Pixar movie doesn't look good. I've seen a lot of people shit on this movie for looking like the modern cartoons of the day that people hate so much. That's all because of the bean mouth. Oh, you niggas hate it. Your smile better be sharper than the edge of a goddamn table else these niggas gonna jump you about it. You know how every wanna be different nigga says the new shit out is the death of animation and we're past our prime and they've only seen like Teen Titans Go? Yeah, y'all niggas dumb. Clarence go to this fuck. If you unironically think that this GIF is on model and prove something, leave this video right now. I can't help you and I just won't. I don't have the patience or the brain power. Now, why did this stupid shit do numbers? I mean, my nigga Johnny ratioed the shit out of this nigga effortlessly, but initially it still did numbers, and it's like, what do you mean? Shit, what's this about? You'd be embarrassed because your name's attached to the Pixar movie about middle school girls. That's been the most expressive I've seen these movies look in a while. Yeah, this shows that Pixar fell off. Now, I'd love to know what they meant by this, because if it refers to the quality of Pixar movies as of late, 1, no. 2, niggas seem to be fine with Luca, Mitchell versus the Machine, and niggas definitely wasn't talking shit on the bad guys, and they all have the dreaded bean mouth. 3, Lightyear, it looks good. 4, if this refers to the art style that so many people have been saying they weren't a fan of. Funny little thing about this movie, if you're one of those anime niggas who say that all modern cartoons look uninspired while not speaking on the millions of forgettable lookalike anime, you're gonna be a bit dumbfounded when you realize the movie is literally anime inspired. The dick eating be insane, so let's hope y'all keep the same energy to this literal Ghibli inspired movie. And if you somehow lie to say these look like shit to try and defend your point, you're just an idiot. Fuck, this Ghibli inspired movie looks light years better than the first 3D Ghibli movie, so sucks to suck, nigga. When niggas started making fun of the dumb people pretending this movie looks bad, said niggas then resulted to pretending the issue was them criticizing Disney as if they care about brands.
You can criticize almost any movie, game, book, and comic and be as mean-spirited as you want. But as soon as you attack a Disney product, then everyone loses their minds.
Buddy, I know it's hard to admit you said a stupid thing, and that's okay, but you said a stupid thing. People are shitting on you not because you insulted a Disney movie and hurt their oh so precious brand. They're shitting on you because you said something stupid. And the replies just let it slide. They think this is a correct thing to say. Shit, look at this. Y'all are Olympic gold medalists in reaching. Like what the fuck type of perks are you niggas on? Goddamn fucking perk walkers. Like all y'all do is move goalposts or make up new ones that don't even exist. That'd be hyperbolic and mean for like no reason. But if I jumped on that, I'd just be repeating myself. Keep in mind, all this came out before the movie came out. And then the movie came out. First, you can critique this movie and not sound insane. Let me show you. I love this movie, but it struggles with juggling all those themes at once under a small runtime. May's friends and the other niggas are kind of one note and they don't get shit. May's dad also ain't do nothing and he's like the best character. Also, they fucked up a lot of shit and apparently the government just doesn't give a fuck. Forget 9/11, I think the giant panda people are probably more scary. And finally, the most damning thing about both of these movies is realistically no ethnic mom would apologize for being wrong. Now, absolutely none of that was said by any of these stupid people. Now, as you saw, there is shit this movie can be critiqued for. Once the revelation that you can't shit on this for looking like modern animation because it looks like Eastern animation fell into these niggas, they started saying dumb shit like this. This tweet was made a day after the movie came out. Like screenshots and clips are on Twitter. You can clearly see the shit translates well. I'm trying to figure out what exactly translates well though. Like what does that mean? 3D anime stuff don't look good? I mean maybe Earwig and the Witch, but not Turning Red. Like y'all niggas just be saying shit with no elaboration or screenshots. The movie clearly looks good. You're a liar. You're lying to yourself. Stop lying. All of you like these tweets. Stop lying. Now there are a lot of people who dug at the movie because it wasn't relatable. Oh boy. Whenever something is presented to them that doesn't fit their own myopic lens on reality and forces them to see life in someone else's shoes, they couldn't give any less of a fuck. Now there's nothing wrong with not being able to empathize with this movie, as the human experience is one that's unique and results in a variety of different scenarios. But to use that as a critique against the movie is kind of fucking stupid. I'm definitely repeating myself here, but minorities get representation because the majority has been represented for centuries with no problem. Like I had a friend tell me she sat down and watched the movie with her friend and he hated it because it was just impossible for him to relate to the film in any capacity. The fact that movies out now don't cater to you are because you've been being catered to. And that ain't even an issue. You niggas would soon relate more to a talking rat or a card, but draw the line at a young Asian girl. Very interesting. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Let's be real. Kids don't act like this, especially in public of all places.
Media literacy is dead. Nah, fuck that. Common sense is just dead. Like some of you niggas, I just want to grab you and just smack some fucking sense into you. Shit, I'm convinced most of y'all aren't even real people. Like you don't exist. You're not a real person. You know, if you were, you would have already bought my merch and craw made. I'm just saying. Yeah, but no, have you met a kid? I used to play Power Rangers Jungle Fury in the playground with this nigga, poses and everything. We looked like that. Yeah, I still do that shit. From now on, I'll be categorizing Turning Red as tokusatsu and I will not be accepting criticism because of it. Like I said, this movie deals with a couple of things. While some of those are relatable to everyone, one of the main aspects of this movie is puberty. And if you ain't noticed, May's a girl and the movie's called Turning Red. Connect the dot. The red panda is an allegory for periods. Now, if you were a well-adjusted person, you think that it's cool that young girls are getting a movie that highlights just how scary and frustrating puberty can be. Because when you see representation, obviously it makes you more comfortable in your own skin. Or alternatively, you can be like this nigga and talk about how disgusting female womanhood is to you and how apparently no one wants to see it.
You are a sick nigga, man. What is wrong?
Or like the many other people who apparently think it's inappropriate to be in a kid's movie. I guess explicit fart jokes are fine, but we draw the line that alluded periods. Now saying this is inappropriate doesn't really make any sense considering this had to be tested and rated by an audience of well-adjusted people. But also, have you seen literally any other Disney movie? The Incredibles had this nigga in a midlife crisis and discrimination was brought up as a concept. In Soul, this nigga straight up dies. In it up, this lady's literally at a gynecologist and is told that she can't have kids and then straight up dies. See, I met an infertility doctor. This is why we need to be educated. Stupid people like me. There you go. Turning Red. Shit, in Coco, this nigga starts to double die because his family won't remember him. Better remember Grandpa so he can't eternally rest in the afterlife. He can get packed up there too, little Timmy. Certainly more scary than a bloody stream. I stole that joke from Parasol of Dreams on Twitter.com. Some people apparently said this movie was made for pedos because of the period stuff. Projection is one hell of a drug. If you're trying to equate her finessing the panda shit to stack paper for any kind of sexual favor, then you're missing the point. Kids literally misuse their powers in stories like this all the time. It's important a subject like this gets represented for, well, niggas just like you, who think women and AFABs have to hide the shit. It's a normal bodily function that you can't handle. And you aren't even the one that has to go through it. It just hurts your little ears hearing a kid's movie allude to it. And we're the soft snowflakes, right? I know women are hot and scary, and some of you will never touch a female reproductive organ in your life, but both of these things are very real and very important for people to be more smart about. And if you think it's weird or creepy to be educated on this like some people do, then something is very wrong here. The nigga also calls this fake diversity. What does that even mean? Now tell me, genius, exactly what agenda is being pushed here? Yeah, this is a family film and we don't need fake diversity as a crush to push this crappy movie that isn't even out yet. What exactly is fake about the diversity here? Are Asian people not real? Are Asian Canadian people not real? Hold on, I got a phone call to make. Ian?
What's up?
Quick question.
What's up?
So on average, how many Asian Canadians do you see?
Like a lot, actually, a lot.
All right. Can you confirm that you yourself are an Asian Canadian?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, follow-up question. Are you sure that you don't have a Maple Leaf shirt?
I don't have a Maple Leaf. Why do you keep asking this?
You're lying.
Stop asking me this fucking question.
You're lying to me.
Stop asking.
Is that Taylor?
Yeah, that's Taylor.
Hi, Taylor.
I don't have a fucking Maple Leaf shirt, you fucking asshole.
You're lying. Listen, he keeps saying no, but I'm fully convinced that every Canadian person has a t-shirt with a maple leaf on it. You cannot prove me otherwise. What exactly counts as diversity, you niggas? Like, what makes it good? I have a feeling you just want niggas to shut up and dribble. Also, the director is a Chinese Canadian woman. This is the least possible forced diversity you can get. I'll just be saying anything. I can't. This is, I gotta go get like an ice pack for like my brain. We'll be back. Subscribe to Down Bad Boys. It's a pretty cool group channel. We're pretty awesome. Now, a lot of people will ask why this film. This film didn't have anything in particular about it to cause this hate. Let's keep it a buck, it's misogyny. If this were the exact same film, but about boy puberty, no one would care. People like Spider-Man, there's a lot of puberty there. That's like what the whole origin's for. I mean, Spider-Dude, Giant Panda, what's the difference? Like I said earlier, when a film involves minorities, things suddenly change. You see people calling Miles Morales not Spider-Man, despite the fact that he literally is. Shit, Lady Thor wields the hammer and people say she isn't Thor. She literally has the power of Thor. That's how being Thor works. It's almost like comics aren't failing because of the woke shit, and it's more or less because they only sell comics and advertise comics in comic shops and nowhere fucking else. This is one of the few animated films in American cinema where the women characters can emote and be expressive. It's not too often we see women characters be expressive and somewhat weird. And when that is the case, are they the main characters? And not some mid-ass slice of life anime that only 12 niggas have seen? I mean, theatrical shit. No matter what you thought about this film, get ready to see more like it, and rightfully so. This movie is an important one, and even though it's not directly for me, I can understand the message and why it needed to be made, as well as things coming before and after. It's actually been a while since I've been excited to see a Pixar movie. Shit, the last time I cared about one was like Cars 3, Toy Story 4, Not Incredibles 2. I definitely didn't care for Soul. To make an already long story short, the hate for Turning Red made no sense. And this video was made to make sure niggas don't forget about any head ass shit that we all had to witness. Because people will give it the old, oh, this happened forever, go drop it. And what they really mean is let them niggas get off scot-free for saying all that dumb shit. Now that 9/11 shit showed Twitter niggas that actually hearing out and taking apart certain things said shows us just how stupid all of this shit is. I have had enough. I hope you enjoyed all of this. I'm not really ever the best at putting my thoughts together, but I try. I just had to talk about this because I kept seeing stupid stuff over and over and over again. It just got really annoying. People say all I ever do is complain, and yes, that's true. That's all I do. Heads up, I'll be at MomoCon in Atlanta. So if you see me there, just say hi. I'm pretty excited to meet a bunch of people and stuff. This will be the first time I'm seeing a lot of internet friends, so I'm pretty excited for that. I have a Patreon. Thanks to the patrons for their patronage. Buy my merch, CrowdMade. Follow me on Funny. My mom said so.
Me in the back and you find out what you'll find. Sunday hustlers Monday night. Something to sit down, just come out of my head. Starlight, ain't like attention. Starlight, ain't like attention.